Greetings, Poke fans and passersby. This is Dobby, and welcome to the video. Today I'm aiming to find out whether I can complete Pokemon Fire Red with just forest Pokemon. So, without further ado, let's get into the rules. So, for this challenge, we are only going to be able to catch Pokemon that are in the Viridian Forest, and they're the only ones that are going to be allowed in battle. HM Pokemon are allowed, but they're not allowed in battle. Just are usable for HM purposes. As always, items are not allowed in battle, but held items are. That's only if I can remember. Most of the time I forget. No glitches or exports are allowed in this run, and finally no duplicate Pokemon are allowed. As we start every challenge, we name ourselves Dobby, but we are going to name our rival this time Ledge Edge. We wanted to name it Ledge Edge, but obviously there's not enough characters. Ledge Edge is a viewer that watches every single stream, so it really helps, and I appreciate that. So we chose Bulbasaur to make it slightly harder, with the fact that he will then choose Charmander and inevitably get a Charizard. We attempt to capture our first team member, and then once we capture Weedle, we will get rid of Bulbasaur. We capture it first time, and we nickname it something amazingly cool, because I'm so amazing. Yeah, 420. I'm so cool right now. Right, using 420, we go to capture a Caterpie. Now, Caterpie isn't doing much damage to us, which doesn't really bode well for me, because it means that that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the run. And we catch it first time as well. Nice little theme we got going there. Anyway, I call it Bye Bye in homage to the episode of Pokemon that made a lot of us cry. I'm not saying it made me cry. I'm not saying it didn't. But yeah, Bye Bye Butterfree. Finally, we go to catch our final team member, and it nearly kills us. But we actually catch it first time, and it wasn't even in red health. I thought it had a low catch rate. But it turns out it doesn't as much as I think. We nickname it Not Ash because I couldn't think of anything really clever, and well, it's not Ash's, is it? It's mine. Right, so we skip forward until the point where we've got a chance to evolve 2 team members. Now, I wanted to evolve them both at the same time just because they're not obviously good Pokemon anyway, so just evolving them now and at the same time saved a bit of time. So I can't. There's not really much to speak about. It's just literally back and forth, isn't it? Back and forth, back and forth. But we eventually finish the fight. Both get to level 7, and both are about to evolve. So we now have Cappy obviously evolving into the Metapod. Very, very simple. And look at the power of editing. And then we've got Weedle evolving into Kakuna, and we skip forward again. This time to when Kakuna is about to evolve to Beedrill. You'd think that I'd evolve Caterpie first, and I wanted to, but it died when I went against the rival. So this was the next best thing. We evolved Beedrill first, and then we went up against a random level 6 Kakuna, and we went to beat it with our Metapod, and we leveled up through that. Funnily enough, we were poisoned and Shed Skin activated, so that was useful, which means we didn't take any damage, and we got the level up straight after. So that was really nice. I like Butterfree, it's a nice one, you know, it's a nice team member. I like how it can learn a lot of different moves, like special type moves. Right, so, going against Brock, we obviously are going to use Confusion, and we 2-shot the Geodude with Confusion, as we expected. And then I swap into Pikachu. I know we're weak to it, and we can't attack it with any of our moves, but I found out by battling a few times that Static actually affects the Onix, so I wanted to get Static to work. I decided to use a few status moves, I think they are, where you lower their speed and all that. I did that, and then I thought, right, let's one-shot it with the Bye Bye Butterfree. Now, I was so worried. I was like, oh no, he's made me lose my speed. We didn't even finish it, but luckily we get a clutch paralysis and win the first gym badge. Oh, I was a bit shell-shocked with what happened there, but we managed to win, so that was all good. I chose the Helix fossil. I knew that if I didn't tell you, you might ask, so I thought I'd show you. Anyway, we then teach Pikachu Mega Kick. Pikachu's attack is actually better than its special attack, which, if you watch the anime, I'd never think of that being the case, to be fair. But yeah, so we teach it, we get rid of Thunder Wave because we're not going to use Thunder Wave. It's not. I'm just lazy. I like to use Thunder Shock to, inflict damage and maybe get the paralysis. Again, lazy, I know. Right, so we go on to our first rival fight after Mount Moon, and we're doing alright. Obviously, we free shot the Pidgeotto, and we go against the Rattata, and it actually kills us. It quick attacks us, and we lose to the Rattata with a fully evolved Beedrill. Anyway, it's Charmander time, and we go straight for a Confusion. Confusion's not doing a lot. We managed to get a lucky clutch with a Sleep as it burns us, and we managed to finish it off right at the end. Now it comes down to the Abra, and Abra's obviously not got any moves to do on us. We could have used this opportunity to heal if we had healing moves, but we didn't. So yeah, and we finally get the win against him. Going against Misty now, and Misty leads with Staryu as always, and we two-shot. It doesn't do any damage to us, so we've got a fully ready team to take it on. Now we don't really do much damage, and we nearly get killed, so I'll just do as much damage as possible. It swifts us, and we die. This is where Beedrill's new move comes in clutch. Beedrill has the Swarm ability, and Swarm only affects 2 moves in this game, and that's one of them. And we managed to get the win without it even attacking us. So yeah, what a nice little clutch. Going against the next rival fight, where he's fighting one with Raticate, and we use Twin Needle, and we actually do a lot of damage on the Pidgeotto with that one. So I'll use it again and think, yep, let's finish it off. Easy one shot on the Kadabra, and we go against the Charmeleon. Charmeleon is obviously going to be a pain. It's one of the, I think it's the best start of 3 starters, to be fair. And we finally get it taken down with Confusion, and then we take the Raticate out, and we win against the rival. Same as well after that, we go and get Cut. Cut is obviously, it's probably the only HM I'll show you, but we got Cut just because it's right after, and we take on Surge. We start off with a Brick Break, and it does surprisingly a lot of damage. We use Butterfree for the next fight. Confusion again does quite a lot of damage, but it paralyses us. Finally, Raichu. I keep Bye out, and I'll tell you this now because you'll see Sleep Powder hit a lot. We have Compound Eyes, so it means that the accuracy is raised. Anyway, we got this Sleep off, but it wakes up quickly. And we managed to get a clutch Mega Kick from Pikachu. That's what I taught it. It's such a good move. Not really. It's okay. Anyway, after going out of Rock Tunnel, I decided to take on the rival first because I'm just a madman, and I thought it's the best thing to do because it just gives us an indicator of how we're going to do for the rest of the run. Obviously, Voltorb is in my party for Flash, no other reason. We get very lucky. Well, not lucky, we just are that good against him because we've got obviously 9 levels on most of them. So, the final Pokemon is the Charmeleon, and we use Sleep Powder. Like I say, we've got an improved accuracy, so we're going to mostly hit them every time. I was really confused for a while in the run, then I realised it was that reason. Anyway, we take on Erica. I don't think we'll struggle because we've got somebody that are very strong against both the typings that she has. Well, anyway, let's see how we do. We miss our first Mega Kick, we miss our second Mega Kick, and we get paralysed, and I'm actually really frustrated at this point. But then we resort to a Twin Needle. We then do another Twin Needle whilst paralysed, and we actually struggled to get in hits there. I decided to keep out though because I think we two-shot it, and we do two-shot it. We two-shot it quite well. Right, now we've got the last one, Vileplume, and I tried to go for a Mega Kick, but we die. I then think, right, let's just finish it off. Let's use Butterfree. I still haven't taught it Psychic yet, but we'll get it soon. There we go. Nice and easy badge. You'll think that it will be easy with this sort of team. Anyway, to get our final evolution, we go get a Thunderstone, and we evolve Raichu. This is a mouthful, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so we managed to get Raichu, and something really embarrassing happens now. I didn't realise that I didn't get the Silph Scope, so we went to Lavender Tower, took on every trainer, just to realise, yeah, we've made a screw. So I had to go back and take on Giovanni. So let's see how that fight ends up. He leads with Onyx, and we obviously lead with someone that's not very good, because I'm very clever at planning before this. Then I see that I forgot to heal as well, so 420 has not got enough health. We then sidekick it, and it's actually obviously really good against Onyx. Second type Pokemon, and we actually managed to get a nice free swap, so we end up beating the Rhyhorn. Now it's his final team member, and we Thunderbolt the Kangaskhan, and we get a nice paralysis, and then we get a crit after, so we get really lucky in that fight. And now we get the Silph Scope, and then we go to Mr. Fuji, get the flute as per usual, and we take on the next rival. Rival 5 is what J Rose calls him. So he leads with Pidgeot as he always does, and we manage to get a one-shot. Then we get a one-shot against the Gyarados, and he then swaps to Execute. Again, we get a one-shot with Beedrill on that, and I'm contemplating what to do next against the Alakazam, but I think, well, let's go with Beedrill still. Get another one-shot, so we're really happy with that. Final one, Charizard. It uses a smoke screen. That is not great, but we then decide we should have probably attacked with Thunderbolt. We would have beaten him. But I went with Quick Attack because I thought it'd attack me first, and it kills me. And look at that, it lives on 1 health. And then it proceeds to killing all of my team. Yay. If I'd have went for the Thunderbolt, I reckon if it'd have hit, I would have won. But because I didn't, it was irrelevant. So yeah. Anyway, I then decide to train against a few opponents. We get a bit of a better run. So again, we are much stronger level, still one-shotting these two. We're going to swap out to Beedrill next, because he then swaps into the obvious ones. The execute. Oh, I can't even say that. Execute. Oh, freaking that's awful. Anyway, Alakazam then comes out, and we one-shot those two. We then swap out for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is still doing good damage, but Scary Face, oh, that scared me. Because the last time I battled him, Scary Face would basically stop me from moving, and it would one-shot me after. Thankfully, we lived, and we actually managed to kill him. Now, it's Giovanni, part 2. We lead with a Mega Kick. No, we don't. We go with Thunderbolt first, and we take out Nidorino. I then decide to put Nidoqueen to sleep so that we can sidekick it and finish that off. Very easy win there. Rhyhorn comes out next, and we use Beedrill yet again to get a nice little victory. Oh, no, we don't. Beedrill gets killed, and I'm just thinking, right, what do I do? And Quick Attack doesn't do anything. But yeah, we didn't beat it then, but we managed to get another crit again with Thunderbolt on that Kangaskhan, so we won the fight. Going on to our 5th gym leader, Sabrina. Sabrina's not going to be that bad because we got Twin Needle, which is, with Swarm, so good against this team. But it doesn't go the way you think it's going to, because we die straight away to Alakazam's Psychic. We managed to get a Mega Kick, and with Alakazam's defense, that's going to do wonders. And before it confuses us and gets a bit of damage, we managed to beat the Venomoth and get the 5th badge. We've been doing reasonably well up until this point. You know, I've obviously edited out quite a few, but we've died a few times because we are frail. But anyway, let's get into this. I was streaming on my 3rd episode, and I got a nice little donation off my mate Chris. And now, I'm not doing this to show off, but I just wanted to put him in a video to show my appreciation, because this sort of thing obviously keeps streamers going, but it keeps motivation going. So I wanted to just say thank you for that. So thank you so much, Chris. And it's always appreciated, these sort of things. So thank you very much. Taking on Koga next, and Koga's a bit of a weird one. We've got Butterfree who could easily take down with our Psychic and Psybeam, so we swap into Butterfree, and I wanted to see how we'll do. Psybeam one-shots the Coffin, and he then sends out Muck. With the Muck, we then try Psychic, and it actually survives it, but we get a special defense drop, so it's not relevant, but it's good if we needed it. Again, we didn't want to take any chances with Coughing, so we decided to Psychic it. And Wheezing, this time we go for a Sleep Powder. We were not looking to get exploded or self-destruct on us. Anyway, now it's just a game of cat and mouse. Once he stopped using his potions, we would easily win, but for some reason, the damage was possibly a max roll and then a min roll after. But we end up beating him anyway, and that helps, so yeah, I'm not complaining. Right, make your guesses on whether we beat Blaine. We've got two bug types and a not so strong electric type against him. We opt for this strategy of Sleep Powder, Psychic, Psybeam. We opt for that strategy against Ponyta too. So Sleep Powder, again with the improved accuracy, that's going to hit most of the time, if not all times. Psychic again, we did that instead of Psybeam this time. Right, this is it. It does get a Fire Blast on us, and it doesn't finish us off, but it does burn us. But we get the Sleep Powder off before we die, so at least we haven't gone out without doing anything. I stupidly decided to go for Agility. I think it might have helped against the Arcanine, but then we got burnt anyway, so it was kind of irrelevant. Anyway, let's see how much damage we do against this Arcanine. Oh, we don't do anywhere near enough damage. How are we going to do with Beedrill? Yeah, not very good. So I decided to go train on the right of Fuchsia City and come back when I'm a little bit stronger. Let's see how we do. Will we beat him this time? Well, we decide to leave Beedrill and we go for Brick Break twice. Not really losing the run there. We managed to get a Thunderbolt and it one-shots the Ponyta, so we're doing well. 2 for 2. And then he manages to hang on. But we get the potion, it gets the potion off, and we manage to Thunderbolt twice, and we actually do super against him this time, and we win. We do. I don't know why I said super. I've never used that in a sentence, but yeah, we get the absolutely amazing win. Final gym time. We decide to leave with Beedrill because Brick Break is gonna two-shot the Rhydon. He's got another Rhydon, as we all know, and I think let's keep out Beedrill. It's not going to two-shot, but I feel like it wasn't going to, but it does in the end. Well, we've not really got much that can deal with Dugtrio, so we use Sleep Powder and a Psychic. It nearly one-shots it, but then we opt to go for a Psybeam so that it will two-shot it, regardless of what we do. Nido Green next. Psychic. The best play would have probably been to be going for a Sleep Powder. We still managed to finish it off. Now, let's see how we do against Nidoking. Oh, we one-shot it, so it's not got the best special defense than Nidoking. And we managed to get badge number 8. Very impressive. But that's nowhere near the end, and we are now ready to take on the penultimate rival fight. Again, we know that we're going to one-shot the Pidgeot. We then two-shot the Rhydon, so that's good. Keeping out Beedrill, we then decide to use a Twin Needle. Just before Alakazam was able to get Future Sight, which is actually a bit more important than you would think. So we get a Thunderbolt off. Quick Attack again, not doing any damage really to the Charizard, meaning we probably should have just kept on using a different move. But we beat the Charizard. Now Charizard has destroyed quite a lot of us. We've managed to defeat the Execute. And then we use a Sleep Powder on the Gyarados, getting the Psychic off in the process, and we actually beat the Gyarados, so we managed to beat Ledge Ed. And now we're on to Lorelei. Lorelei shouldn't be a bit of any real threat to us, because if you can consider the fact that we've got an electric type who's doing decent when it comes to these sort kind of Pokemon, we should be okay. Anyway, first things first, we get a 2-shot on Dugong. Whilst Dugong gets a hail off, we're going to get residual damage every turn, but still. Cloyster, terrible special defense. Its gimmick is defense anyway, so that's why. And we do that in one. We then almost one-shot the Slowbro. It's not enough, unfortunately, but then we do get it finished off, so yeah, we're not crying. And then Lapras. Again, like I say, we're not going to struggle against Lorelei. We then get a Thunderbolt off, and we do get killed. But we now want to try out Beedrill and see. Yep, Beedrill's going to one-shot it when it's got full health with Twin Needle. So that's always good to know. We've got alternatives to use against her team. Going against Bruno next to see how we will do. Now Bruno he's going to be one that we struggle against because we've not got anything really that has stab against him. Brick Break's okay, but it's not going to two-shot it. And then he's got rock type moves that lower my speed as well as really hurt me. So yeah, we got absolutely owned there. So I used the Sleep Powder, and that becomes the strategy, as I say, to use. We try and use the same strategy. We should have used Sleep Powder because even though we killed it, we've now got barely any health for this, and we get outsped because of the Rock Tomb, and we die. Now, yes, we can probably defeat this Machamp, but he has got an Onyx still, and he swaps the Onyx, making me use Thunderbolt on the Onyx, and we actually lose. Right. Anyway, I then decided to show you the second time round beating or attempting the Elite Four. Now, I don't need to really commentate too much on the Lorelei fight because we've already seen it, but I thought I'd still show it anyway because this was literally the next time I went to attempt the Elite Four. It was really weird, the differences that can happen, and yeah, you're about to find out what happens with the Bruno fight. I decided to, as I say, I keep using Raichu for a bit just to get Raichu as the main one in the team. But you'll see that I then opt to decide to swap who I use. Not now, but in the next few runs. There we go, we've defeated the Lapras, and now it's just the Jinx. And I'll keep out with the Twin Needle. And all we need to do is land on that Twin Needle, and that was really inconsistent with damage. Like occasionally it'll do a lot more, occasionally it'll do a lot less. Finally, we come back, well not finally, but we go back onto Bruno. I then decide to lead out with Beedrill yet again, and he's got 2 Rock Tombs off, and we've basically had the same result, you know. But we've decided to Psychic it, we've killed that, and I used the Sleep Powder, and because it didn't wake up, the whole tide of the battle changed. So we did that tactic yet again with the Machamp, and it didn't finish it off, but it didn't heal for some reason. I don't know why. That was really weird. We go for another Sleep Powder. He manages to wake up, but we go for another one, and we Psybeam it. It does full restore. We then put it back to sleep and finish it off. We need to be alive because Raichu can't do anything against Onyx. Anyway, it uses Double Edge. If we died there, we would have lost. We do die. It's got 1 HP and quick attack. If he doesn't use a potion, wins us the fight, and we do manage to win the fight. So we managed to get up to Agatha, and we obviously heal up beforehand, and we use Psychic. That's why I was not using Psychic as much in the last fight. I was saving it for this fight. You find that I don't actually use it as much, which is stupid, but anyway, Golbat next after defeating the Gengar, and we one-shot the Golbat. Arbok comes out next, and we two-shot the Arbok. Gengar again, and we Psychic the Gengar just for it to get its berry out and use the berry. It does poison us, and because of that berry, it does not die, and we do. And look at that, we have 4 Thunderbolts, and I was like, oh no, none of my moves are going to affect it. We have to use Thunderbolt again. It lived on 1 HP, but that was irrelevant because it sorted itself out. It got its health back. So we managed to finish it off, and we've only got Beedrill now. And I think to myself, right, let's put in as much damage as we can with Beedrill because we can't risk a single, what do you call it, a single Thunderbolt missing. Anyway, we get quite a bit of damage on it. Well, is this going to be enough? It manages to be enough, thankfully. And we get through to Lance. This is only the second time. It's going really well. Gyarados is the lead, and obviously Thunderbolt is going to one-shot it, so that's something. It's basically 4 versus 3 at this point. We then swap out, stupidly. We should have probably put Beedrill out first, but we want to see what damage the moves are doing. And Twin Needle was decent against it. And we got the win against the Dragonite. And now it's 3-3, but with obviously HP missing on certain team members. We then swap out, and I forget about Safeguard, and we die. Oh, that's changed the fight completely. Safeguard went. We got a Thunderbolt, and he lives on 2 health out from a Hyper Beam. Oh man, what a difference that made. And we managed to sadly die. And yeah, we didn't do so well against the Dragonite. But I decided to, instead of waste your time, I'll show you the next attempt. It took us all the way to 66. We could even get back to Lads again. And the reason why was because of Bruno. I mentioned about the Hitmonchan earlier. That Hitmonchan would always wake up on the second turn. So every time it woke up, it would Rock Tomb, heal, kill. Every single time. So as I say, that's what changed all the fights. If that didn't happen, we would have won a bit more consistently. So we needed to beat that and find ways around it. And the only way was to, as I say, use Sleep Powder and Psychic. Right. I've missed out the fact that we've just beaten Dragonite, but Dragonite came out pretty early. And we're now against I think the penultimate Dragonair. I haven't been keeping count as much. But we now know that we can kill this Dragonair. And I think we get straight on to Aerodactyl. We've got Aerodactyl versus 2 of our team. Aerodactyl, wing attack against us, does nearly kill us. And we managed to get a second move off. It outspeeds the Raichu and it kills us. Oh, it was so unfair at this point. Right, this is it. I'm sure it is. This is the final run. I think it is because of the time left on the video. But we decided, as I say, to swap who goes against who. And it's Beedrill taking out most of the opposition in this fight. We don't use Butterfree at all really, but we use the other 2 to equally take them out. I use Quick Attack again stupidly and it wastes power points. And yeah, it's just a back and forth between us. And then finally we kill the Lapras. Bruno next, and let's see if we can actually do decently against him this time. I misclick both for Pin Missile. Thankfully it gets 5 and we can 2-shot. If it didn't get 5, I would not have 2-shot that. Next is Hitmonchan, and as I say, we've got to get lucky against this. So Sleep Powder, if it wakes up now, oh god, this might mean that we need to redo this fight. Anyway, let's see how we go from now. So we do kill the Hitmonchan, and it sends out Onix. We Brick Break the Onix, and it turns out we're going to 2-shot the Onix. And we level up, so that's nice. Machamp time now. It's 2 versus 3. Machamp. Sleep Powder on Machamp. And we then decide to Side Beam, and then we beat the Machamp. Oh my gosh, can we actually win? Sleep Powder. Yes. Oh, we did it! We beat Bruno! We're getting a bit more consistent against him now, but like I say, it's all to do with that Machamp. No, the Hitmonchan. Gengar. Can we beat Gengar? Can we one-shot the Gengar? But I don't want it to attack me, so let's Side Beam it first. Oh, there we go, we 2-shot it. Probably could have one-shot it to be fair, but we 2-shot it anyway with the Side Beam. Again with Golbat, we 2-shot it. We put it to sleep first to save getting hurt. like with the Arbok, and we're going to two-shot the Arbok too. So yeah, didn't attack us at all. Gengar, will we put you to sleep as well? Ooh, yes we will the second time. And we managed to two-shot the Gengar with Haunter coming out next. I'm thinking about swapping, but I decided, no, let's just do a sweep with Butterfree. And it lives on 1 health. Oh, what is this game? What is this game? But we managed to get a final victory against Agatha. And it's time for Lance. Always confusing with Drake because, you know, this came out at the same time as Emerald, pretty much, or around that time. And I always confuse them. But don't need to comment on the Raichu versus Gyarados because we always win that. We managed to go through that Dragonair fight without losing any health. Oh, on me. Anyway, taking on Dragonite, we managed to use our Psychic, and we then swap in Raichu because I think we'd actually do decent damage. So yeah, swap in Raichu, and now it's time for Dragonair versus Beedrill, and Beedrill's Brick Break doesn't do too bad of damage, which is a shock. I thought Fighting type was actually crap against it. Alright, this is it. Can we beat the Aerodactyl? Yes, we can! Oh my gosh, for the first time in this run, we're now on the champion. Can we beat the champion the first time round? Let's find out. So, leads with Pidgeot, and we know that we'll one-shot Pidgeot. Likewise with the Gyarados when it comes out, but we one-shot that. Right, so the next one to come out is actually Rhydon. And we think, let's put it to sleep first and see how much Psychic does. Psychic doesn't do a lot, and we're opting to go for Psybeam so that we can two-shot it, and it Rock Tombs us, and it kills us. Oh no! Oh no! We managed to finish it off with Brick Break though, so that's all good. Alakazam is coming out now. Twin Needle would kill it with a one-shot, but he puts up a Reflect, which is so bad. If we were able to use Brick Break, we would have destroyed the Reflect. We didn't because we needed to make sure we killed it. And yeah, so its defense is much better. Charizard comes out, and do we one-shot the Charizard? No, we don't, unfortunately. He uses Fire Blast, and Fire Blast doesn't actually kill us. I'm so shocked that Fire Blast didn't kill us. We managed to kill the Charizard the second time round. Executor comes out, so that was fine, and we swap. We opt to go for Twin Needle again. He has 2 more. Can we get through it? Twin Needle. Yes! Oh no, it doesn't kill it. Oh no, Eggbot. Oh no. Reflect wore off, that's good. Oh no, he's used a full restore. And we've used Quick Attack, it's not done any damage. Now I'm thinking what to go for. Oh no, we needed a paralysis there and it didn't come in and we lost. Oh, I really thought it was this one. I really thought it could have been. That's like I knew it was the wrong one. Right, let's get into this battle. Can we beat him? Yes, we beat the Pidgeot. Rhydon this time. And we do go for the same strategy of putting it to sleep, Psybeam it twice, Psybeam it 3 times actually. Still no damage. Charizard next, and we one-shot the Charizard. We are that strong now. And we are against Alakazam with a Twin Needle, and it doesn't attack us. We outspeed it, and look at this for a run. Can we get a no damage run? We are about to. All we need to do is land this Thunderbolt, and we have done it. We have beaten the champion with a no damage run. Yes, we're above level 17 with most of our teammates, but we did it. Whew, what a tiring run that was. But we managed to do it so successfully at the end. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. I actually really enjoyed putting this challenge together. It was a pain with certain bits of the editing, but it was really good. If you have enjoyed it, why not consider subscribing or even leaving a like? That really helps out the channel, and it just helps me out as well. It shows me that you liked what you saw. Why not consider even subscribing or, well, following my Twitch channel as well, as that helps me out, and that's where I do these challenges all the time. And yeah, the engagement on there has been quite nice, so why not see what my next challenge is before it comes up onto YouTube? This has been Dobby, and I will see you in the next stream slash challenge slash series. Stay safe, and I'll stay Dobby. Peace.